Hi there, welcome to Simmo's Art Group session 14. Some people say Joelinton, others say Joelinton. I just say he's a great footballer. Are you ready? Let's go! And here's a completed picture of Joe. I don't think I've mentioned it in previous videos, but the paper which I use is watercolour paper 350 GSM. That means grams per metre squared. I had to look that up. And from the outset, I have a confession to make. All is not as it appears, and you will find out at the end of the video why. Agatha Christie mystery movie. Not quite, but there is a bit of a twist at the end. When I watch a Newcastle match, the commentators always refer to Joe as Joelinton. And I'm thinking, is it Joelinton or is it Joelinton? And it is actually Joelinton Casio Apollinario de Lira. There you go. That's a good pub quiz question. So we're going to try and capture him. I took a screenshot of a photograph, and that's what I'm working from. He's had 189 appearances for Brazil, 22 goals and 10 assists for those technically minded. Blimey, I've got rid of the grid lines already. That's worth talking. Never noticed. So now I'm working on the hair, and you may have noticed the Brazilian theme creeping in here in the background. This is a song I put together called Chili Beans. Yeah. For skin tones, I use raw umber or burnt umber, and sometimes drop a little bit of red in or alizarin crimson. And for the darker tones, I drop some Payne's grey in. The stripes, cerulean blue first, and then the black. Joe really knows how to celebrate, and that's good. You can get a great photograph like this to work from. I normally do the face and the arms first, and then forget about the strip until I get those features completed. But this time I'm breaking the mold a little bit. So I'm working from light to dark as usual with a small brush. Darkening down on the beard, carrying the same colour through into his neck, into the shadows of his neck. And for the ears and nose, I've used that brown I mentioned with a little bit of red in. Darkening down all the time. So I want the eye creases and the nostrils and the ears to stand out. So I'll make a mix of a burnt umber with Payne's grey. And just to clarify, I don't actually want his ears to stick out. They're pretty good the way they are. Yeah, it's starting to come together all right. For the moment. Deeper brown with a bit red in. For the neck, spread it across the cheeks and the brow. This is going all right. You just said that. What's the matter with you? Have you run out of words or something? He's got a great expression. This is good to paint. Celebrating a goal, obviously. So we'll move down to the arms, and I'd give it the same treatment, that darker colour with a bit red in. He's got tats, so I drop a little bit of blue in as well, just to infer them, nothing specific. Back up to the top, try and get the balance right. It's coming together pretty good. Yeah, I'm happy with this. That's 3 times. haven't spent a great deal of time on the logo. I'm just doing that very, very lightly. Get the badges in. Great watching Joe play. He's very physical, big lad, 6'1". Eddie's done a great job with him. Okay, we're getting the really dark shading in now on the arm. And the idea was, because I didn't sort of paint the nose or the brow, I thought I'll leave that light and use the background colour to make that stand out, which works really well. Yeah, right. I was doing really well. I thought everything was coming together. I finished off the fingers. I started to draw the dark shading in the background behind the face, and then all of a sudden, the brain must have just switched off. It was like being back at school and the teacher said, "Here's some paints, just make a mess." So I did it again. And this is the finished one. Well, it's been a labour of love this week, but I got there. So if you enjoyed it, please give me a like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.